There is one event that separates the best from the best.
Chip Reese has done it!
There is one title that every pro covets.
Freddie Dave is the 2007 Horse World Champion.
There is one championship that stands alone.
You win the horse event, that means you prove to the world you can play all game.
$50,000 to play.
Oh, boy.
5 poker disciplines to master.
Wow, unbelievable.
8 players remain and are ready to compete for poker's most prestigious bracelet.
This event is huge, and it's really important to me.
Ship it.
It's like every poker player dream.
The event is Horse. The title is poker's best all-round player.
Can I get one brick? Just one time?
The $50,000 Horse World Championship is on the line. Welcome to the 2008 World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Life. With Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran. This horse final table is one of the grandest nights in poker. The crowd at the Rio filled with well-known players. The final table stacked with some of the biggest names in the game, including past main event winners Scotty Nguyen and Huck Seed. Also sharing this bright spotlight, 3-time bracelet winner Barry Greenstein and Lyle Berman, who owns 3 bracelets of his own.
Don't forget my main man, Erick Lindgren. Hey, look, Ma, I finally got me a bracelet.
Poker's elite are well represented, but perhaps they were never better represented than when Chip Reese, who many regarded as poker's best player, won the inaugural horse event. Sadly, Chip passed away last winter. Now, Doyle Brunson is here to honor his longtime friend.
Well, this is really a special tournament for one of my 2 best friends of my life, and I know all you guys know that, and everybody knows what a great player Chip was. The only thing I'm going to say about that is that he was the best player that I ever played with. So, good luck to everybody, and let's shuffle up and deal.
Certainly an emotional moment for all, Norman, but Chip would have wanted the cards in the air, and they're ready to play.
Of course, Chip was good friends with Lyle Berman, who often flies in from Minneapolis for the big game, and Barry Greenstein, a longtime big game regular here in Las Vegas.
A number of players told us Chip was on their mind from the very start of this horse tournament. Horse is an acronym for the 5 games they'll be playing. Hold'em, Omaha 8 or better, Razz, Stud, and the E stands for Stud 8 or better. All the games are limit games. As we start things off, the game is Razz. If you're familiar with 7-card stud, it's basically the same, except the lowest 5-card hand wins. The best Razz hand is the wheel. There's no requirement for a low. Straights and flushes do not prevent a hand from being considered low.
It's said they play Razz in hell. That's good news for me, Lon.
23-year-old Michael D. McKelly, youngest player at the table, folds. There's Erick Lindgren on the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam. He's got 7 deuce in the hole with an 8 up.
This is a game you don't mind seeing 7 deuce. If your 3 starting cards are 8 or lower, that's pretty good.
The red bordered cards are a player's hole cards. That's 41-year-old Patrick Bueno from Paris, France, with ace king and a 4 up. He's going to raise it, completes the bet to $50,000.
All right, raise it up.
Lyle Berman was the bring-in bet. In Razz, it's the high up card, but he folds.
Lindgren raised it. Bueno calls all in.
Very good.
So Bueno against Lindgren.
An elite field of 148 began this tournament, and we'll be down to 7 if Bueno doesn't get some help.
All right, now 4th Street with Bueno all in. Bueno pairs his ace.
Yeah, he's in a bad way.
Lindgren working on a 10 low.
Quite a decorated group here. 5 bracelet winners, and everyone has final table World Series experience.
Bueno gets a jack. He stays alive, but he's in dire straits.
Who knew?
Indeed, the Frenchman in the striped shirt about to be our first final table casualty.
And now 6th Street, and Bueno pairs up again, and he is done as Lindgren makes a 10 low. You see their unused card fade away on the graphics, leaving their best 5-card Razz hand, and Bueno's gone in 8th place. So Erick Lindgren, who's enjoying the finest World Series of his career, scores the first knockout at this championship table. Norman, at any final table, the players deserve a moment of celebration for making it that far, but it's a bittersweet moment at this Horse World Championship because inaugural winner Chip Reese is no longer with us. Reese's victory in this event was an exclamation point on an already spectacular career.
And Lon, Chip's legacy lives on in this event. Barry Greenstein and Lyle Berman knew him well. Erick Lindgren has said he hopes his poker career will resemble that of Reese. Well, Eric took one small step in Chip's direction by finally winning a bracelet. Winning a horse would be a giant leap.
Lindgren in very good shape right now to win the second bracelet of his career. As we look at the chip count at this horse championship table, he is the top dog, followed closely by Scotty Nguyen. The next 4 players closely packed together, and Huck Seed is the short stack right now. And there is Huck. He won the main event in 1996.
How many Razz bracelets do you have, Huck? 2?
This would be like a fifth of a
I thought
Razz.
it might be 3. Yeah, this is a fifth of one. You'd have 2 and
Well,
a
this will
fifth.
be, if I win this, it'll be 2.2.
Yeah.
Scotty Nguyen, like Huck Seed, has 4.0 World Series bracelets. Of course, Scotty won the main event in 1998, but last year suffered a meltdown just before the final table.
This is Scotty's first final table of this World Series. Still playing Razz. Action on Barry Greenstein.
This is the first horse final table with 2 bearded players since Abe Lincoln and Jefferson Davis squared off at the 1861 North-South Invitational.
Greenstein completed the bet with 4 deuce and a 9 up. Michael DiMichele from Las Vegas with 3 cards to a 6 low. He raises to 100,000. Greenstein makes the call, and they'll be heads up. DiMichele now 4 cards to a 6 low. Greenstein working on a 9 low.
Barry's got a good hand, but it's way behind.
5th Street. DiMichele makes a 6 low. Barry a 9 low.
Remember, straights don't count against you in Razz.
Strong boards we both got here.
DiMichele trying to sandbag Barry with that comment. He knows he has a virtually unbeatable hand against Barry.
100,000 bet from DiMichele, and Barry calls.
Barry just won a Razz bracelet at this World Series.
7th Street. Greenstein improves to a 7 low.
And it still trails DiMichele's 6 low.
DiMichele first to act. And he puts in 100,000.
I thought Barry might get away from his hand on 5th Street. Now he's got even a tougher hand to get away from.
And he raises to 200,000.
Yeah, Barry testing the waters, and DiMichele feigns concern. He's got Barry board locked. Barry cannot beat DiMichele's 6 low at the moment, but Michael is pretending like there are big problems on the home front.
DiMichele needs 100,000 to call, and he re-raises to 300.
Oh, that's kind of Bush League. I mean, how do you take that long before re-raising with the nuts? I'm sure Barry sees through that and knows he's in trouble.
But Barry with a 7 low committed to the hand and to the pot. 7th Street is dealt face down. Only an ace improves DiMichele.
And even if DiMichele doesn't improve, Barry's going to need an ace or a 5 to see any part of this pot.
DiMichele draws a king and bets 100,000 with his 6 low. Barry draws a jack, and that gives the check mark to DiMichele, but Barry calls, and he sees his 7 low is not good enough.
DiMichele pours a little salt into the wound with a little Hollywood on that hand.
So DiMichele takes a nice pot from Barry Greenstein, who seems a little unhappy about what just transpired. And the 23-year-old DiMichele rakes in the chips with the youthful exuberance of, well, a 23-year-old.
Pretty brutal. He studied so long like that. I mean, we read that was like. Did you see the after the finale? Huh? Did you see the finale? Yeah, that was even more brutal. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, that too. The celebration after made it even more brutal.
You just heard Matt Glantz and Huck Seed talking about DiMichele's drawn-out raise on 6th Street and his celebration. DiMichele's antics don't sit well with the old guard on their horse turf.
The game is now changed to stud. Each player in stud begins with 3 cards, 2 down and 1 up. The next 3 cards are dealt to each player, 1 at a time face up. The last card face down. Betting takes place between each round, and the best 5-card hand will win the pot.
I like stud better than hold'em. I lose at both, but I lose my money slower at stud.
Michael DiMichele with a jack and split 8s. He raises to 60,000. Matt Glantz, a former options trader, folds over to Berman. He's the WPT chairman of the board. He's got an ace and split 9s, and will raise it to 120,000.
And that raise tells DiMichele supposedly that his pair of 8s are no good.
But Michael will make the call. So he and Berman will see 4th Street. The player with the best hand showing will start the action. Berman will open for 60,000.
Sometimes in stud you chase until the betting limits double on 5th Street, but it usually isn't a very good idea.
DiMichele will chase. 5th Street now. Berman, pair of 9s keeping him in the lead. And he bets 120.
All right, Lyle. See you at the river.
Lyle gives him one of our bodies will be floating in the river smile.
6th Street now, and DiMichele picks up a gut shot straight draw.
Sometimes in stud it becomes a race to 2 pair.
Berman bet 120,000. DiMichele raises to 240.
Lyle can't like that, but it's hard to imagine DiMichele with a 7 in the hole unless he started with pocket 7s.
Berman calls.
Check.
And he checks dark.
No way Lyle was going to bet on the river with DeMcKelly's check raise in his board.
7th Street face down.
DeMcKelly with all the power now in this hand.
Berman already checked. Can't quite see what DeMcKelly has, but he's going to bet at 120,000.
Don't know what he made. He could be making a play.
Lyle hit a 10. That's no help. You see by the graphics, the cards fade away, leaving his best hand highlighted, and he folds.
Needed that one.
DeMcKelly is surrounded by old schoolers. He might want to temper his new school enthusiasms.
DeMcKelly making some waves, but he's doubled his stack already. Berman committed over 500,000 chips before having to fold on 7th Street.
Oh, boy.
This was the scene earlier at the Rio as Chip Reese's daughter, Taylor, unveiled the David Chip Reese Trophy. The winner of this $50,000 horse championship table will have their name inscribed alongside this event's distinguished past champions, a great tribute to a great man.
Chip Reese will go down in history as the greatest all-around poker player of all time.
Outside of being the best all-around player for so many years, he was the most respected player.
He was one of the best ambassadors of the game.
Charlie? He was a perfect gentleman. I never, ever heard this man raise his voice. Everybody liked him. If he had one enemy in the world, I don't know who it was.
I guess you could call it poetic that he was the first ever $50,000 horse winner.
It's another 4, and Chip Reese has done it!
For him to win, it really established that event forever. People will always remember that Chip Reese won the first one.
It's great to win a tournament, and there's a lot of fanfare involved. And hopefully I've stood the test of time. That's what it takes. It's not just one day or 2 days, it's every day.
Coming down to the World Series this year kind of like made me sad because I knew that Chip wouldn't be here. Wow, it's rough. I mean, he's a good guy.
He was closer than a brother. I remember him until I die. And he just was one of the greatest.
Chip Reese was the youngest player ever inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame in 1991. His horse championship in 2006 was his 3rd World Series bracelet.
Lyle Berman said Chip was a fierce competitor, but also your friend, and he would take your money with a smile. We've moved on to stud 8 or better. You can play for both the high and or low hand. A player can scoop the pot by holding both the high and the low. A low hand must have 5 non-paired cards that are 8 or lower. If there's no qualifying low, the high hand scoops the entire pot. Action begins on Huck Seed. He's got a jack with split 8s, and he raises to 60,000.
Seed dropped out of Caltech to play poker.
Action around to DeMcKelly. Has he been active? Yeah, I think so. 3 cards to an 8 low.
Well, there's no reason for DeMcKelly to play this heads up with those cards. It's like you're just playing for half the pot.
But he does call. 4th Street, DeMcKelly with 4 cards to an 8 low, a pair of 8s for Seed. The yellow percentage, a player's chance of winning the high hand. The blue, their chance of taking the low. And the normal black percentage, their chance of scooping the whole pot. They both commit 60,000. 5th Street now. DeMcKelly with a diamond flush draw.
Well, Huck knows DeMcKelly cannot have a qualifying low yet, so he will fire away with his pair of 8s.
Huck leads the high with those pair of 8s. Both commit 120,000 chips.
The idea in stud 8 is to scoop the whole pot. DeMcKelly now in the better position to do that.
DeMcKelly pairs his 6. Has no low hand.
Huck low on chips.
Wow, you really do have 6-7?
DeMcKelly has a dangerous hand. He's got a low draw, a flush draw, and he can even stumble into 2 pair or trips and scoop the pot.
Well, I hope you get at least half, Huck. I'd feel bad if I bust you.
Either way, it was fun. I mean,
indeed, it has been a great run for the former main event champion.
Seed bet 120,000. DeMcKelly calls. River card dealt face down. Huck Seed, very short on chips. Looks at a king that's no help. He's left with a pair of 8s. And he'll be first to act.
I check.
And he checks. DeMcKelly now was dealt a tray of diamonds, and that's a flush for DeMcKelly. He bets Huck all in, and Huck is done.
2 pair.
He didn't notice he also had made a flush.
The yellow cards are the ones he used to make his winning high hand.
You got a flush anyway.
Oh.
You got a flush. Huck, I'm sorry for this call. I'm sorry for this call, man.
It's all good.
Dude, you played great, man.
Nah, not really.
So Huck Seed gone from this championship table in 7th place. Will win over $284,000. D. McKelly absolutely giddy.
D. McKelly playing to his crowd.
Thank God he couldn't beat the 2 pairs. That would have been unbelievable for him.
D. McKelly has the touch so far tonight, taking out the fearsome Huck Seed. He's now over 3 million chips, but Lindgren is the leader, almost 4 million.
Barry Greenstein, the only player who's cashed in the horse championship all 3 years. This is his 2nd straight final table.
The game is still stud 8 or better. Greenstein has the bring in with the low up card. D. McKelly has 3 cards to a low. And he will call for 20,000. Lindgren with 8-7-6. And he calls on to Lyle Berman.
Berman inducted into the Poker Hall of Fame in 2002.
We all friend here, baby.
I'm friendly.
Berman with a best starting low hand of the 3. Raises to 80,000. Couple of folds over to D. McKelly, and he lays it down.
Here's an improbable stat helped by the old days when fields were smaller. Lyle Berman has 15 career World Series cashes, 13 of them final tables.
All right, so he'll be heads up against Erick Lindgren. 4th Street now. Eric with a pair of 7s. Berman gets a 9, brought him a 3rd spade. Check from Berman.
Well, Berman got a brick for his low hand. Lindgren will jump on it. He's still got a 2-way hand.
Berman will stick around, makes the call. 5th Street now. Berman with 4 cards to a low and a flush.
Lyle's got a big hand. Flush draw, low draw with 2 cards to come.
And he took one of Eric's 7s.
No shame in checking.
Lindgren checked.
Too big a hand.
And Lyle bets.
160, huh?
Eric will call. The blue percentages won't always add up to 100 because there will not always be a qualifying low hand. Eric with a pair of 7s has the best high hand right now. 6th Street. And Berman hits his flush.
And you can see from the percentages, Lyle Berman in a dominant position right now.
Lindgren caught 2 pair. As you see by the blue percentage, he has no chance of making a low. He checked, Berman bet.
Low draw, spade draw.
Well, he's already made a spade flush.
One of those is for sure.
Don't trust any of these people.
I hear you.
160,000 for Lindgren to call with his 2 pair.
Tough spot for him. He's staring at 4 spades on the board, and if he calls here, he'll probably be committed to call on the river, even if he doesn't make his full house.
And Eric does call. And now the river. Dealt face down, of course. Lindgren looks at a jack. That's no help to him. And he checks. Berman made his flush on 6, doesn't even look at his river card. And he makes it 160,000.
Lyle's not worried if he misses on his low draw. He thinks his flush is going to be good.
And Lindgren will call in case his 10s up are good. No, they're not. And Lyle Berman will scoop that pot.
Missed everything.
So Berman, who was taken down a notch or 2 a moment ago by D. McKelly, gets back on track through chip leader Erick Lindgren.
The World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, Player of the Year.
Erick Lindgren was just one of many familiar faces to earn a first bracelet at the 2008 World Series. Young Dario Minieri already had the best-known scarf in the game. Now he owns one of poker's most famous bracelets. Kenny Tran's run in the main event fell short last year, but his prayers were answered with a bracelet this year. John the Racer fan was fitted for his first bracelet, although one was not enough, and he went on to win his second exactly 1 week later. But when you talk about doubling up, no one could top David Singer. He won his first bracelet and then became a father for the very first time the next day. Back-to-back first he will never forget. Atop the Player of the Year leaderboard is another first-time World Series bracelet winner in David Benjamin. Both Erick Lindgren and Barry Greenstein can make big points depending on their horse finish.
In fact, Player of the Year pretty much is coming down to a last longer in this horse event between Erick Lindgren and Barry Greenstein. By the way, Lon, who do you like in the main event this year?
I like the Russians, and I'm going to go with Kirill Gerasimov.
Is he even in the country right now?
I'm not sure. Scotty just missed Player of the Year honors last year, cashing 6 times. He's got split 7s with a 6, raises to 80,000. Greenstein with 3 cards to a low.
Great starting hand for Barry, who's low on chips. Of course, when he's completely out of chips, Barry always signs over a copy of his book to the player who eliminates him.
He'll go heads up against Scotty. Greenstein with 4 cards to a low and a wheel draw.
Kirill Gerasimov.
Greenstein bets 80. Scotty comes along.
Both with very strong stud-8 hands at the moment.
5th Street now, and a pair of aces takes the high hand lead for Barry Greenstein. He bets 160,000.
They both keep getting good cards. Nobody has made an 8 or better low yet.
Scotty does have 4 cards to a 7 low and a pair of 7s.
Your Russian couldn't touch Phil Ivey with a 10-foot babushka.
6th Street now, and Greenstein still with the best hand with that wheel draw.
Well, they both got a brick. Barry in better shape right now with the aces, as you mentioned.
Barry bet it, and Scotty calls. So now the river card, face down. Barry Greenstein looks at a 4. He has aces up. He did not make his low. And Barry moves all in with his last 160,000.
Scotty can only eliminate Barry if he hits a 7 for trip 7s or a 5 for a straight.
Scotty squeezes his river card. Can't quite see what it is.
How much you got?
160.
Full bet.
And he will put Barry at risk. Barry shows aces up.
It's going to be 50-50, 3-7 or 7 and 6s. 3-7.
It's a 7, and that does beat Barry Greenstein and knock him out of this tournament.
That was odd. Scotty with a bit of a slow roll.
Sorry, baby. I need a book, though, baby.
I really don't know what that was from Scotty. He wasn't sure what his river card was?
But he still made the call, and his set of 7s was good enough to scoop the pot and knock out Barry Greenstein. Scotty now the chip leader at this horse championship table.
And with Greenstein gone, Erick Lindgren now looking at Player of the Year honors.
And Barry's final act of the evening to sign a book over to Scotty Nguyen.
Thank you, baby.
Scotty doesn't need a book. Can't Barry sign a necklace over to him?
Okay, see you guys.
What's Scotty going to do with a book?
Barry Greenstein with another strong showing at the horse tournament, and he continues to be one of the most respected and feared players in the game. Back at the Horse World Championship, Scotty Nguyen now top dog with almost 4 million chips.
Don't scare us like that.
Scare what?
Scare us like you're doubling them up.
Oh. You know, baby, my hand is so many hands to make the hand. Any low, I got half. Any spade, I made a flush.
Chance to take out Barry. Great player.
I mean, it's not like every day you take out Barry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's not like every day you get to play for this kind of money. Nearly $2 million to the winner here at the Rio. They've moved on to limit hold'em now. Michael D. McKelly will start the action. Ace-King offsuit. Blinds at 80 and 160,000. He raises to 160,000. Lindgren with King-Queen. 3 bets it to 240,000.
The 2 youngest players at this final table. D. McKelly's 23, Lindgren 31.
4 bets. 4 bets.
D. McKelly's going to re-raise.
That should slow Eric down. He'll just call.
Eric won his bracelet in the mixed hold'em event, and he dominated the table in the limit portions. Here's the flop. 8-9-6. Lindgren with a flush draw.
D. McKelly's ace is still best.
He bets 80,000.
Eric might pop it up here with the second nut flush draw.
Nope, just a call.
I got to talk to Eric.
Turn card is an 8 of diamonds. D. McKelly is still best. And it's 160,000 now after the turn.
D. McKelly not slowing down. You know, if I were him, I might be concerned that Lindgren has a pocket pair, you know, maybe jacks or queens.
Lindgren comes along.
It would help if Eric had the pocket pair.
River card is a jack. No help to Lindgren. D. McKelly with the check mark.
D. McKelly with just ace high, but he's going to correctly fire away at the pot again.
160,000 to Lindgren.
He's bluffing, but he's bluffing with the best hand, and Eric, of course, cannot call.
And he does fold. And D. McKelly with another win and another look back at his cheering section.
Well, if he's going to keep taking bows, Lon, he might want to tuck in his shirt.
This 23-year-old continues to play with a skill beyond his years, which may come as a surprise to anyone except D. McKelly himself, who's been honing his poker chops for a moment just like this.
I started playing once in a limit at Turning Stone Casino in upstate New York. On the internet world, most games are just one specific game, whereas in a live setting, they often have mixed rotations, and I feel like it better suits my skills as I'm a much more well-rounded player. When I first started playing poker, I honestly dreamt that maybe one day I could play 50-100 limit, and now I'm starting to dream that maybe one day I could play the highest competitive levels in the world. I'm having the time of my life. I'm at the final table of 50K H.O.R.S.E. This is just great. I think a lot of the old school players used to look at me as the new kid on the block, but I really believe that a lot of them are looking at me as one of their peers now. You know, this is just such a great moment for me. I haven't really paid my dues. I'm only 23 years old, and I know that there are players at this final table who have spent their whole lives to win this bracelet. If I don't win it and one of them does, I believe that they deserve it, but I really hope it's me.
He's the real deal. There was a new event at this World Series, the Mixed Games World Championship, where 8 different games were played. Dee McKelly finished 4th.
Dee McKelly is first right now at this H.O.R.S.E championship table, over 4 million chips. Lindgren has slipped to 3rd, but nobody is out of it.
Cocktail, baby.
Let's get some beers, Scotty. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
Cocktail, baby.
Let's go. Cocktails. Let's do this right.
That's right, baby. At the final table, we got to do it right.
Oh, man.
Cocktail, baby.
How come nobody ever buys us a cocktail?
Isn't that true? Very likely that any libations will come from that Milwaukee's Best Light No Limit Lounge. All right, we continue with the Limit Hold'em. Lindgren with ace-9. And he raises the action to $160,000.
If Erick ends up winning Player of the Year, he certainly deserves it. He has played fabulously at this World Series.
All right, Eric. Let's take a flop.
Dee McKelly with Jack-9. Calls from the big blind. He's got the worst of it this time against Lindgren. And they'll go heads up. The flop, 7-10 deuce. Dee McKelly picks up a gut shot straight draw. Ace high for Erick gives him the lead still. Dee McKelly checked. Lindgren bet.
Erick says you took a flop. Do you want to take a turn?
Dee McKelly calls. Turn card is a king. Double gut shot now for Dee McKelly. He checks it. Lindgren the one leading with ace high now, and he'll bet it.
Dee McKelly's still just with jack high.
And he's going to raise it to 320.
That is one tricky and tough 23-year-old. Lindgren got some training for this, going up against 22-year-old Justin Bonomo in mixed hold'em.
And Lindgren will make the call. Can't be pushed off the hand here.
The youngins love applying pressure to you.
Now the river card is another deuce. Dee McKelly missed his draw, so Lindgren gets the check mark with ace high.
Dee McKelly knows he cannot win the pot unless he bets at it.
And he does bet it.
It is tougher to bluff in limit than no limit, though. Erick would be getting 9-1 on a call here, but he just has ace high.
Lindgren's trying to figure out, what does he have? And he begrudgingly makes the call.
You're good.
And indeed, it is a good call. Lindgren started with ace high, never improved. Figured he had the best hand. He made the call, and it's worthy of being the planter's good instinct moment.
My boy is
He's going to take a bow every time. I'm going to take one bow today. He wants to take a bow every pot he wins. I'm going to take one.
Eric, take a bow every time you beat me at a pot.
Good call. We don't normally take bows, but once in a while.
I won't
take a youngster. You know?
Eric upbraiding him on the bows.
Well, maybe you don't have it every time.
That occurred to me too. Isn't that weird?
I have it every time except that time.
Good call, baby.
Lindgren takes the pot, and everyone's happy that someone finally got some chips off Dee McKelly.
The Planters Good Instinct moment is brought to you by Planters. Instinctively good. The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, H.O.R.S.E.
Back inside the Rio where the good times are flowing.
Oh, I thought he was brewing the beer. Yeah, I'm passing his beer, please. That's for you. Thank you.
Where's my beer?
Right behind you. I tipped him, Scotty. I got him.
Oh, you got it, baby? Thanks, baby.
Boys got their drinks.
Thanks, baby.
Cheers, sir. Oh, my God, it's Phil Hellmuth.
What?
Ah!
No.
Wait.
That's Phil?
Hold on, he's talking to me. Yeah, Phil.
Hellmuth's face on the side of Milwaukee's Best Light cans.
What? Oh, he told me he's good at the hold'em, but not the H.O.R.S.E.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what happened to him in this one. Yeah.
All 11 of Hellmuth's bracelets came in one form or another of hold'em. We move on to Omaha, 8 or better. You can play a high and or low hand. The goal, of course, is to win both. The low qualifying hand must have 5 non-paired cards that are 8 or lower. And if there's no qualifying low, the high hand will scoop the whole pot. Erick Lindgren looks down at Ace-Jack, 6 and 5. It'll work both ways. There's Matthew Glantz, 36 years old, from Pennsylvania.
I mentioned that World Championship Mixed Games event earlier. Glantz finished 3rd there.
Glantz with Ace-9, 8-3. Berman folded. Scotty with Ace-Deuce, 5-King. And he calls.
Pot of the century.
3-way action.
We might be playing above our bankrolls here.
$500,000 in the pot already. The flop 9-4 king. A pair of kings for Scotty Nguyen leads for the high. And he checks. Erick got nothing, but he bets 80,000.
Well, he's betting, hoping that everyone has low cards and can't call. That was a loose call from Glantz.
Scotty calls as well. 3 to the turn now. Turn card is a tray, and Glantz now leads the high with 2 pair 9s and trays. Lindgren with an up and down straight draw. Scotty with a wheel draw to go with his kings.
Remember, Scotty does not have a wheel yet in Omaha. You can only use 2 cards out of your hand. If an ace, deuce, or 5 hits the board, then he'll have a wheel.
Check to Glantz, who bets 160,000 with his 9s and trays. And a raise from Scotty.
Well, Scotty's got a nuclear wrap. 4 different cards would make a straight for him. Erick is in bad shape here. He can't scoop the pot, and he has virtually no chance of winning low. You know, Omaha 8 has killed off better men than Ilon, and it has ended some marriages.
Erick does commit to 320,000 to stick around. Glantz with the 2 pair calls for 160,000 more.
Glantz, I believe, is still married.
River card. And that's a golden card for Scotty. Hit the 6-high straight and the 6-4 low.
It's the Joker. Erick has made the second best low. It cannot beat Scotty's best low.
Scotty first to act, makes it 160,000. Lindgren does call. Glantz next. His 2 pair are no good.
Glantz over calling here. He can't beat much.
Scotty will take this whole pot. You see the blue highlighted cards were used to make his low hand. Yellow for high. The split colored cards were used for both high and low.
And a monster pot Scotty Nguyen takes in.
And this table has turned sour for Lindgren.
Good answer.
Thanks, baby.
They call that card Jim.
Yeah, that was quite a card.
So Scotty Nguyen is the chip leader at this table right now, the same position he found himself in late in last year's main event before a stunning elimination that still haunts him.
With something like that, it's not easy to forget.
Oh my goodness, what a misstep from Scotty Nguyen.
Scotty is in the throes of an unseemly blowout.
And Scotty Nguyen is gone in 11th place.
Last year, what I do is the biggest mistake of my life.
A complete meltdown of monumental proportions.
From chip leader and be out in the 11th spot, you know, I think nobody gonna stop me, and I just give my chips away. When you get cocky, that's what happened. I just blew it. I don't blame anyone but myself.
Just a game, man, just a game.
You have to learn to let it behind, you know, and move on. That's why I want to win this horse event so badly.
That's right, baby.
It's 2008, baby. It's different year, different people, different player, you know, and I just have to get there and show the world Scotty's still happy, baby.
He got involved in a couple of hands ill-advisedly, somehow let Philip Hilm get under his skin, and bang, he was gone from the 07 main event.
They've moved on to Razz, just like 7-card stud, but the best low hand will take the entire pot. Berman with ace-9 and a 5-up.
You know Razz master, baby.
He's not a Razz master, Scotty. He's a poker master. He helped create the WPT.
Scotty with 3 low cards.
Scotty says Razz is his worst game.
You can fold, you know.
Scotty raised it to 160.
There's no shame in folding. You gotta tell him, Scotty.
Just give him a king and I'll be happy. Even if I get a 5.
You mean you have a
if
queen?
If he gets a king, I'll be happy.
You must have a queen, baby.
Berman made the call.
That's gotta be pair me for sure.
Sure.
Scotty working on an 8 low, Berman a 9 low.
Can't tell, baby. So I can tell him everything I have. That's pair me. How you like that one?
Scotty always talks, but when he drinks, he talks a bit more.
That's pair me too.
Unlike stud 8, Razz has no low requirement. Scotty with a king low.
This pair me too, baby.
Scotty drawn to an 8
I pay
low.
the ace, I pay the king.
He likes his position.
Berman paired his 5, still drawing to a 9
baby.
low.
This Scotty or low red?
160,000 from each, and they'll see 6th Street. And Scotty gets the check mark, making his 8 low. Berman made 2 pair.
I think I made a full house somewhere in here. I rolled up. That's messed up, man.
Scotty playing around with Lyle.
All right, baby.
Scotty checks.
Okay, I believe you.
And Berman
rolled
will
up,
bet.
baby. Let's heat it up.
And a raise from Scotty now.
Really?
I rolled up.
Lyle bet because he thought Scotty had not made a good low
I'm
yet.
telling you.
Scotty's check raise tells him otherwise.
Where's the beer, baby? I tell you, I rolled up and you can't.
Rolled up is starting with 3 of a kind. Scotty's lying.
It's a whole new game.
The whole new ball game now, baby. No, I rolled up. Don't lay hand in hand. No.
Lyle does fold.
I rolled up. He can't even call it.
Good fold from Lyle Berman. He was drawn dead.
How good is he? How good is he?
Yeah.
Berman did make
That's
the
right,
right
baby.
move there, and while he was not rolled up, Scotty continues to roll at this championship table.
World champion, world champion.
Maybe it was the $50,000 buy-in. Maybe it was the combination of 5 poker disciplines. Wow. But unlike the typical massive starting fields at the World Series, this horse event featured only the most skilled players in the game.
Nice to be lucky.
As the field of 148 headed towards the final table, a handful of the game's true greats were still in contention. Doyle Brunson made it as far as 16th place. Daniel Negreanu was gone in 13th. And Phil Ivey went out in 12th. With star power like that, the winner will have outlasted one of the greatest fields ever assembled. And there is the Chip Reese Trophy. Tonight's winner's name will be inscribed along with Freddie Deeb's name and, of course, Chip Reese's.
Nice shirt.
Freddie known for his sartorial choices. Razz continues here at the Rio. Lyle Berman has 3 cards to an 8 low, and he will raise the action to 80,000. Scotty Nguyen with 5 deuce and a 7 up. He will make the call for 80,000 more. Over to the 23-year-old.
I can make it a little bit more than that.
And D. McKelly with an even better low hand raises to 160.
Well, Berman is short on chips. Looks like he's going to make a stand here.
He does raise. Scotty re-raises.
All right, I'll 5-bet.
This is Razz on steroids.
It really is. That would put Berman all in.
340.
And he does call.
On the side.
Wow, this is quite a pot right here.
7th Street Razz spot coming. It might get ugly.
It might get very ugly, baby.
Scotty calls.
More than $1 million in the
3
pot.
pair, full house, straight.
3 players in the pot. Lyle Berman at risk. Scotty and Michael in a side pot. Now 4th Street, not good for Berman. He pairs up.
Boy, and he's all but gone now.
D. McKelly working on a 7-4 low. Scotty a 7-5.
I know you got a pair of aces, baby.
Michael trying to out-baby the king of babies.
That's a game he can't win.
Both commit 80,000. 5th Street now. Berman is drawing dead.
D. McKelly now with a 7 low. Wow. Berman cannot win. He will be eliminated.
D. McKelly with a 7-5 low.
Just because I will call.
Scotty with a pair of aces and drawing to a 7 low calls the 160,000. And now 6th Street. D. McKelly is still best.
Remember, Berman will be exiting.
D. McKelly makes it 160. Scotty, a 9-1 underdog, makes the call.
He's going to get scooped at the end.
Well, if D. McKelly does not improve, Scotty's going to need a 3 or a 4 to beat him.
But I got a 10 low, so
Berman's making his exit moves.
He doesn't want to overstay his welcome.
All right, now the river card will be face down. No improvement for D. McKelly. He checks.
He can mess with me, baby. I met 3 aces.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, like, can you believe this?
Check, check.
I know,
8-7.
And D. McKelly will take the pot. And Lyle Berman eliminated in 5th place.
Probably settling a debt with Freddie Deeb right now.
D. McKelly takes over the chip lead again.
You don't know how you are.
Yeah, he must be lucky. He's got all the chips.
Stack them up. You never see me. Yeah. Have you ever seen me do that?
You're absolutely right, and I didn't realize that I was offending people, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
You see, I beat people apart. You don't see me say anything, but sorry, baby.
You made your
sorry, baby.
You can continue to talk trash to me all you want. You think you're going to get into my head? It ain't going to work. I ain't some kid that's going to be scared by you.
You got to
be cool, man. You know, I don't get it. Whatever. You can pull your tricks and talk to me like that. That's fine.
Have you ever seen me pull a trick on every single day?
I don't want any bad blood with you, man. I want to conduct myself appropriately at the poker table. It's very important to me, and I realize that apparently I crossed the line with you guys, and I'm not going to do it anymore. Right? Yeah, let's play some poker.
We're having a moment here.
Let's have a good time.
A boiling point diffused, but Scotty's still steaming. Back at the Rio, Scotty Nguyen and Michael D. McKelly letting their cards do the talking right now. Heads up and stud. D. McKelly with a best hand with a pair of fours right now. Scotty with a powerful drawing hand, a straight flush draw after 5th Street.
D. McKelly bet on every round. Scotty just check-raised him on 5th Street with that straight flush draw.
And now 6, D. McKelly adds a straight draw. Scotty, 7 of spades, no help.
And Scotty hates to see that ace of clubs fall in the wrong hand.
Both players check it.
And these two players still pretty tense with each other.
The river card now. D. McKelly. Can't see what he has. He checks. Scotty Nguyen with a jack for a king high straight. That's 160,000.
Come on, baby.
He can only wish. This is limit, Scotty.
Now D. McKelly.
He can't even beat the king high. Oh, I forgot the ace there. I thought it was the 3 for a minute.
What do I do?
Needs 160,000 to call.
D. McKelly probably made 2 pair.
That up. What do you do?
No, I played fine.
Look at that, baby. Huh? That's a joint, baby.
That is inappropriate.
Can't believe you're going to show the audience the cards. That's awesome.
That's the joint, baby.
One guy's going to help me over there.
No, this is what I do. You see this, baby? You see that?
Scotty's really crossing the line.
Lindgren's laughing, but that's not something I think you'd ever see him or any other true professional do.
All right. I call.
D. McKelly will throw those chips away.
You know, when I check raise, my hand is just so
Scotty
pretty.
shows him the straight.
Yeah, that's what it was the whole time. Oh, well, I guess you might have the 4-card flush.
This is what I check raise him with, baby.
All right, well, then you had a legit hand, obviously. Nice hand.
Next hand.
It was best case scenario for Scotty. He shows D. McKelly the best hand, and he gets to showboat at D. McKelly's expense.
Scotty lied earlier about being rolled up. He was telling the truth about his straight. D. McKelly doesn't know what to believe. But Scotty Nguyen is now the chip leader at this championship table. Matt Glantz, with almost 400,000 chips, is the severe short stack. The game is now Omaha 8. Action on Scotty Nguyen. On the Milwaukee's best light pocket cam, he's got ace deuce with a king and a 7.
Oh, he's on fire.
He's going to raise it to 200,000.
It ain't fair when Scotty got the gun. It ain't no fun.
It's no fun when Scotty got the gun, baby.
The Prince of Poker with a little beer in him.
Matt Glantz now with a pair of 10s and high connectors.
Glantz hasn't seen a lot of cards here.
You call me? What is 4 Blaze pay?
He does call. So these two heads up. Glantz needs a win. The flop, queen 5-6. Glantz's pair of 10s still leads for the high.
I check.
Glantz checked. Scotty bets 100.
I raise.
And a raise all in from Glantz. Scotty calls for 95 more.
What the? You raise me with that hand.
This could be the end of me, boys.
Glantz thrives in a big mixed game every weekend at Atlantic City. This mixed game is looking like a quiet fourth-place finish.
Give me an ace, I give him $20 more.
Glantz has the best high hand right now, holding the pair of 10s.
I buy him a drink.
We know you'll buy him a drink.
Glantz was confident he could win tonight. Never has gotten it going.
All right, now the turn card, and that ace gives Scotty a pair of aces and puts Glantz in severe trouble. That also gave Scotty a 7 low to secure half the pot.
Scotty high-fiving in the middle of the hand. Wasn't he lecturing D. McKelly earlier about stuff like that? To win the high half of the pot and stay alive, Glantz needs a king or a non-club jack or 10.
Give the boy the jack of club. I mean, no. Jack of spade.
And now the river card. is another club, and Scotty will scoop and eliminate Matt Glantz in 4th place.
2 final tables at this World Series for Matt Glantz. Well done.
It went over $568,000.
I beat him. You see that, right?
What do you have? Do you have something against me, Scotty?
No.
Scotty and D. McKelly having another tete-a-tete.
You're a great. I think you're a great champion of the game. I mean, great ambassador of the game.
Lindgren told me how upset he is when you beat him in hard part.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was upsetting him.
That's all. You didn't do that to me.
No, I didn't realize I was bothering anybody with doing that. And notice I haven't done it. Like
it's all good now.
Etiquette lessons aside, the real issue is who will come out on top. Can Lindgren win his 2nd bracelet, or will the young upstart sneak past the 2 established pros? They'll both have to take down the chip leader, who's hoping to exercise his main event demons.
You got it, baby. You got it.
All right, get ready for the pain, boys.
We're ready. The conclusion of this final table still to come at the Rio. For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran at the World Series of Poker.
Let's shuffle up the deal.
Kramer wins it all.
I can dodge bullets, baby.
This is beyond fairy tale. It's inconceivable.
The Horse World Championship has been reserved for the biggest names in the game.
Chip Reese has done it.
And 2 of the biggest are still around. Scotty Nguyen and Erick Lindgren.
Just the title, baby. Just so important.
That's right, baby.
I'm ready to play. I just want to win.
But as these 2 titans go after the crown of best all-round player, 23-year-old Michael D. McKelly has emerged, looking to crash the coronation and unwilling to back down.
He wants to take a bow every pot he wins. I'm going to take 1.
That's right. You never see me? Yeah.
You think you're going to get into my head? It ain't going to work.
Each player has the championship in their sights, but only one man can seize poker's most prestigious prize. Welcome back to the Rio for the World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. I'm Lon McCarran with Norman Chad. The audience is still filled with poker's elite. Everyone anxious to see who will be this year's Horse World Champion and take home nearly $2 million.
Short stack Erick Lindgren, who's all but wrapped up Player of the Year, has his sights on a 2nd bracelet. Michael D. McKelly's table presence has occasionally irritated his table mates, particularly chip leader Scotty Nguyen, who has lashed out at the 23-year-old.
I think I mess around too much. That's my biggest problem.
Don't mess around with me, I'm telling you.
Well, if it gets on you and me, I guess we're going to just have to duke it out, whatever that means.
If you duke it out with Scotty, you've got to bring the bling.
Horse is an acronym for the 5 games they'll be playing. Hold'em, Omaha 8 or better. Razz, Stud, and the E stands for Stud 8 or better. The game right now is Omaha 8 or better. Action on. The 4-time bracelet winner Scotty Nguyen on the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam. 2 aces flanked by 9-3 of diamonds.
Scotty has the most chips, but he has been in an irritable mood.
Scotty raises to $200,000. Michael D. McKelly folds over to Erick Lindgren. Lindgren with pocket queens and an 8-4.
Lindgren was the first player to express annoyance to D. McKelly about his mini celebrations, but Scotty Nguyen has taken up that cause.
Split pots are possible in Omaha 8. The yellow numbers are a player's chance of winning the high hand, the blue, the low hand, the normal black percentage, the chance they'll scoop the entire pot. Flop is Trey 7 Jack. Aces are still good on the high side for Scotty.
Nothing much there for either one of them. Lon, we've been in the midst of a flop virus at this World Series.
I know you've been harping on that. Lindgren checked with 4 cards to an 8 low. And the Prince of Poker checks.
Boy, I'm surprised Scotty didn't fire a bet there.
Another jack. Neither player has a jack.
Well, Lindgren has picked up a bad low draw. Scotty with a hammer lock on the high with aces up.
Lindgren bets $200,000 into Scotty.
You got how much you got left, baby?
250.
Eric getting low.
Going down by the minute.
Eric's stock is sinking.
You know, just for my boy, I'm gonna keep him alive. I'm gonna throw that away just for him.
Scotty folds it.
Shows his aces.
I had you, right, baby?
Yeah, I had a big pair and a low draw.
Wow.
Can't be bigger than aces, baby.
I had queens and a low draw.
Considering Eric's short stack, I don't know how Scotty didn't call there with aces.
Yeah, it's a gift.
It was a gift. D. McKelly's got to be wondering about that.
Don't worry, baby. I give him lie, I will take it back.
Take it, baby.
I give you a whole new life right there, baby.
Scotty feeling generous, but he shouldn't expect any return favors.
Norman, this World Championship of Horse is designed to test a poker player's all-round ability. 5 challenging games testing 5 different skill sets. But who knew the mental game would end up being the most challenging of all?
We have seen mental gymnastics among the 3 remaining players, each of whom badly wants this title. 23-year-old Michael D. McKelly would skyrocket into poker's elite. Scotty Nguyen would become the first main event champion to win the horse crown, and Erick Lindgren would all but lock up the Player of the Year race. And oh yeah, the winner takes home nearly $2 million.
Erick Lindgren has already won over $500,000 at this World Series.
Cocktail.
Each player left guaranteed at least $781,000.
Scotty's thirsty.
Again.
Make sure it's cold, baby?
I'd bring Fidel Castro a bad cigar before I'd bring Scotty Nguyen a warm beer.
We pick up the action with Limit Hold'em. D. McKelly with ace-4 offsuit. It's going to raise it to $200,000.
D. McKelly was 3rd in the 2006 U.S. Poker Championships. Says he's good at reading people.
Lindgren folded. Ace-tray offsuit for Scotty. Scotty's dominated with that ace-tray, but he'll make the call from the big blind. You know, when D. McKelly made that USPC final table in '06, we knew him as Michael D. Michel. Folks later convinced him to stay true to his Italian roots and pronounce it D. McKelly, so he did. Flop is a couple of 5s and an ace. Ace is up for both.
D. McKelly had Scotty dominated before the flop, but you see the percentages now. We're almost certainly headed for a split pot, both players with aces up and whatever kicker hits the board.
Scotty checks it. D. McKelly bets $100,000 with his measly 4 kicker.
I would give a penny for their thoughts right now. And remember, all of Scotty's thoughts end with the word baby.
All right, now the turn card is a deuce, and D. McKelly still leads with that 4 kicker.
Both now have a wheel draw. Each needs the other guy's kicker to make a straight and win the whole thing. But we're still staring at a likely split pot.
So both players check it to the river. And now the river card is another deuce. And so D. McKelly gets the check mark with his 4 kicker.
I never saw that one coming, Lon. They both have aces and 5s, but D. McKelly's 4 is going to play as a better kicker than Scotty's 3.
Scotty bets $100,000. That's the early round limit. That's an error. They haven't noticed it. D. McKelly raises to $200. And Scotty's got a call. And shows his 3 kicker, but D. McKelly's winning 4 kicker comes out.
And that is a weird wow. Runner, deuce, deuce has to come, and it's ugly for Scotty.
So D. McKelly will take that odd win from Scotty Nguyen.
That's scary.
That's sick, right?
I do not want to translate what's going through Scotty's mind right now.
Well, Norman, this might be one time that whatever he's thinking does not end in the word baby. And really, Scotty can't put any blame on D. McKelly for what happened in that hand.
What the cocktail, man? I mean, it's like, what's up with this, man? Play this table and wait forever?
I told you he was thirsty.
Enough is enough, man. I mean, we play this game, we wait for cocktail.
The chips are suddenly not falling Scotty's way, and right now he's about as hot as a Vegas hood ornament in the middle of August.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light.
Back at the Rio, where there have been plenty of fireworks at this horse final table, Scotty Nguyen providing the gunpowder, the fuse, and the match so far.
Thank goodness he got a beer.
Yep. I said this guy right here thinking horseshoe still sticking his.
I wonder if a horseshoe stuck in your butt is something you can look up on WebMD.
When it gets down to you and me, I don't need a horseshoe to beat you. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
Only.
Yeah, I'm going to play for first, and I'm going to take it.
We play for first only.
Absolutely.
All right?
Of course we're going to play.
Scotty's still steaming over that last hand.
Don't talk about me like I'm broke, boys. I'm sorry, Eric.
Lindgren is the short stack, but hey, he's Erick Lindgren.
It's not my fault you don't got a cocktail guy coming. Why the hell you got to take it out on me? Beyond me. Thought you were an ambassador of poker. I'm disappointed in you, Scotty.
Maybe D. McKelly was slightly out of line earlier, but he's right. Scotty's no prince tonight.
All right, so 3 players remain. D. McKelly over 8 million chips is the leader. Scotty Nguyen 5 million. Erick Lindgren 1.6.
Again, a heads up with Eric. I really respect his heads up game. You, on the other hand, I mean, you're a great full ring player, but you know, heads up. I don't know.
Boy, now he's biting off more than he can chew.
Yeah, why does he want to throw expensive gasoline on the flames?
I gotta send him back to school to learn about this game here.
I got a lot to learn, but not from you, Scotty.
Scotty, come on, he's a good kid.
Erick Lindgren in the role of Henry Kissinger.
Blessed be the peacemaker, huh? All right, they're continuing with limit hold'em. Action on Erick Lindgren, and he looks down at ace-king off.
So, what do I gotta go to?
And he's going to raise it to 240. Scotty Nguyen, queen 8 offsuit.
Scotty calls getting a half-price discount because he's in the big blind.
So Lindgren and Scotty to the flop. Flop is queen 5 ace. Lindgren top pair, Scotty middle pair. Lindgren bets 120.
And Scotty does not hesitate in calling with that middle pair.
Lindgren ahead, top pair, top kicker. Turn card is a 9. That is no help to Scotty Nguyen. 240,000 from Lindgren after the turn. And Scotty comes along.
It's pretty much bang-bang here, and Scotty's just banging his head up against the wall.
And river card, as a king, and ace is up for Lindgren. He gets the check mark, and he bets it. Scotty with a pair of queens. Calls.
Boy, that hand went quickly, and Scotty quickly hands 800,000 chips to Erick Lindgren. I think he still has D. McKelly in his headline. He has to get his head in this game.
But Lindgren picks up some much-needed chips, and while Scotty continues to steam, Erick knows he's back in contention and can refocus his efforts on adding to his collection of World Series bracelets.
Go.
I think I love you.
It was more of a relief than I thought it would be. I honestly didn't think it would be that big a deal. I almost cried, almost. Very close.
It was on my mind, and I really worked hard on my game, and I'm glad it paid off.
Monkey is definitely off my back, but the motivation's even stronger, I think, going forward. I just think about getting another one. I almost put that one out of my mind, and I just want to get another one, especially in 50K horse. The top 50 to 100 horse players were all here in this event. So there's a sense of accomplishment and a sense of pride in just making the final table. And now I've got to win it. That's where I'm always hungry, for sure.
Lindgren on the verge of a double, only achieved by his buddy Daniel Negreanu. Erick was WPT Player of the Year in 2004, and now is closing in on World Series Player of the Year in 2008.
On Erick Lindgren now, they're still playing hold'em. He's got queen jack suited. He'll raise it to 240,000.
Lindgren loves limit hold'em. It was his game of choice when he first got started.
Scotty Nguyen with king 10 of hearts. Scotty has made World Series final tables in all the horse games except Razz. He says Razz is his worst game. He announces 3 bets, a raise to 360,000.
This game has loosened up, partly because it's shorthanded, partly because of cocktails.
Erick makes the call.
You know, Erick and Scotty both upset with D. McKelly earlier. D. McKelly was just having fun with his fans. It was kid stuff, really. Nothing that egregious.
Here's the flop. It is 9, queen 7. Lindgren with a pair of queens. Scotty with a gut shot. Needs a jack for a straight. Erick bets 120,000. And Scotty calls.
Lindgren outflops Scotty, and Scotty playing speed call poker again.
Yeah. Turn card now is a 7 of clubs. Lindgren keeps his advantage. And he'll bet it with queens up, 240,000. And Scotty with a raise.
480, right?
Scotty's got a gut shot and king high. And Lindgren's thinking, Scotty can't have a 7 in his hand, can he? No, unless he started with like ace-7 suited.
Erick makes the call. He has the advantage, so Lindgren and Scotty will meet once again on the river. And the river card is a deuce, and that gives Erick Lindgren the check mark. He checks, and Scotty checks.
Scotty gave up on that one.
And Erick Lindgren will take this pot. Scotty pressured Erick with a raise on the turn, but Erick made the call, and that is the planter's good instinct moment.
Almost another million chips changes hands. If this keeps up, Scotty's going to have to list Erick Lindgren as a dependent on his next tax return.
Wow, Erick, you're just tearing it up now.
Well, everybody's had their rush. I'm just looking forward to mine.
The Planter's Good Instinct moment is brought to you by Planters. Instinctively good.
Back inside the Rio, nearly $2 million in first place money up for grabs. Some of the best players in the game are here wishing they were the ones competing for that money.
What? Sup, baby?
6-time bracelet winner Lane Flack.
That's right, baby.
Scotty spreading baby to new cultures.
Lane, man. What's up? He tried to copy me every day. He walking around, what? Up, baby. He can't say what I say, baby.
No, he's not like you.
he can't do that. Lane, you can't do that, baby.
Lane may have some work to do on his Scotty impression, but in this edition of The Nuts, we find out who players would like to be if they could be any other player for 24 hours.
If I wanted to be another poker player for 24 hours, who would that be?
Wow.
I want to be Phil Ivey.
Phil Ivey.
Phil Ivey. I think I can make a lot of money in 24 hours and then just take it and leave.
If I could be somebody, it would be Gus Hansen. Because I just want to know what's going on in his head when he's making those crazy faces. He's like...
I would be Gus Hansen because, I don't know, he gets a lot of action, right?
I guess I'd have to say Jennifer Tilly, just because I think it'd be fun to walk around. Well, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Never mind.
Probably would be Doyle Brunson.
Doyle Brunson. Got the Patrick Antonios, where I could get all the girls.
Yeah, it's pretty good to be Patrick Antonios.
I'm pretty happy with my own shoes right now.
I'm really not looking to be any other poker player. I mean, or anybody for that matter.
I can dodge bullets, baby.
Can I pick the best version of me that I ever become in the future? Excuse me. While I equilibrate my gas situation here. It's like...
I would love to be Scotty Nguyen for a day, just maybe not today.
The game has rotated to stud 8 or better. Split pots are possible. D. McKelly with 3 cards to a low. A raise to $120,000.
You know, when Scotty flies, airport security has to bring in an extra metal detector.
The red bordered cards indicate a player's hole cards. Lindgren with pocket 10s and a 5-up. And Eric announces raise to $240,000. Scotty looks at 3 low cards, got a 2-up, but he folds.
Boy, that was playable.
D. McKelly makes a call for $120,000. And now 4th Street. A set of 10s for Erick Lindgren. He leads the high. He will not be making a low this hand, as you can see by the blue box. Both check.
Eric decides to slow play it.
5th Street, and Eric hits a full boat. 10s over 5s. And Eric will bet it. $240,000. He's got the high hand locked up. You see the check mark.
I wouldn't mind seeing D. McKelly fold right here. He's just drawing to make a low.
But D. McKelly calls. 6th Street now. A pair of 7s for D. McKelly.
D. McKelly with a diamond draw now, but he's in deep trouble here.
And he bets $240,000.
Well, he's just chasing his own money. He's drawn dead to the high, and Michael will be lucky to split the pot by making a low.
Raise it.
Erick Lindgren now raises it to $480,000.
Yeah, D. McKelly in a pickle, but this goes back to the start of the hand. There was no reason to play deuce 7-8 heads up against Eric's raise.
D. McKelly commits the chips.
Well, he's going to need an ace, 3, 4, or 5 to make a low and take half the pot.
D. McKelly looks at 7th Street dealt face down. It's a king. He does not make his low.
That's a bad card for Mike. He'll probably pay off Eric with kings up.
With his 2 pair, he checks.
Eric bets 240.
So many better cards, but this wasn't. I can't fold this one.
D. McKelly is going to throw away those chips. And you see the yellow cards on Lindgren's board with a 5 used to make his high hand and scoop the pot.
For Lindgren, that hand was a stroll through the park. For D. McKelly, it was a walk through a minefield.
And everyone here at the Rio wants to be Erick Lindgren right now. He was close to going out, but now he's the chip leader once again. Welcome back to the Rio. Not too long ago, Erick Lindgren was very short-stacked. He's gone from worst to first. Now he's back on top where he began this final table. The game is still stud 8 or better.
Lon, when I have poker dreams, they're always in stud 8.
Scotty Nguyen with pocket 7s and a 9-up. He's going to complete the bet to 120,000. D. McKelly, Jack 3-8 of diamonds.
You know, when Columbus came to America, 2 of the 3 ships only played stud 8.
D. McKelly calls. Lindgren with ace 4 and 8 up.
4 out of 5 dentists surveyed recommend stud 8, Lon.
Erick Lindgren makes the call for 90,000. All 3 players will see 4th Street. And the blue percentage, you see, won't always add up to 100 because there will not always be a qualifying low hand. 4th Street now. D. McKelly with a flush draw. And pocket 7s is still best for the high hand for Scotty Nguyen.
It's still best, but his hand is vulnerable.
120,000 from D. McKelly. Lindgren with a pair of 4s calls.
Eric also with a low draw.
Scotty, as you said, with the best holding right now with the 7s calls also. 5th Street. And D. McKelly with a pair of jacks now to take over the high lead.
You see from the percentages in black, D. McKelly with the best chance to scoop right now, but he's got to respect Erick Lindgren's 3 low cards on the board.
D. McKelly checked. Lindgren with 4 cards to an 8 low, bets 240,000. Scotty Nguyen got dealt a deuce. He's got slim holdings. Scotty reaching for chips, and Scotty is going to raise it to 480.
I would call that a beer raise. Actually, Scotty is hoping Lindgren has the low, and he's trying to drive out D. McKelly so he can take the high half. Of course, D. McKelly's not going anywhere with a pair of jacks and a flush draw.
Yeah, D. McKelly immediately calls. Action back on Lindgren now.
And Eric's hand is not completed yet. He has not made a qualifying low yet, so he's going to behave right here.
He does just call. So all 3 now will see 6th Street. D. McKelly leading for the high. D. McKelly's supporters feeling the tension of this big pot brewing.
They don't even know they're watching stud 8.
6th Street now. And D. McKelly hits his flush. At the diamond flush, Lindgren hit a set of 4s.
Yeah, 3 4s and a low draw for Eric. He could still take the whole pot, half the pot, or none of it.
Lindgren bets 240,000. Scotty Nguyen now.
Well, Scotty's out of options.
Yeah, he's drawn dead. And Scotty does fold, maybe a street too late.
D. McKelly in a dominant position right here, but Eric could still make a winning low or a full house to take high.
D. McKelly with that diamond flush now will raise it to 480.
And that tells Lindgren that he better make his low or he better fill up on the river, else he's not going to get anything.
Eric makes the call. Now the river card face down. Eric will look at a king that does not improve his hand.
Yeah, Eric misses everything. He's going to get scooped.
He checks his 4s. D. McKelly with a king also.
Well, D. McKelly misses a low, but he will still bet his flush.
240,000 to Lindgren.
God, I guess you have 9-10.
It's a huge pot. Eric senses he's beat.
Can't have 4. Shouldn't have diamonds.
But it's one more bet of 240,000 into a pot of 3.4 million.
He calls.
Flush.
And Eric sees the winning flush from D. McKelly.
Unbelievable. Get in.
I'm trying to protect you. You can't even raise and come on fire.
D. McKelly takes home a huge pot, and his supporters love what they see.
Pardon me, Scotty?
I tried to protect your hand. I raise it.
I'm sorry, I didn't really.
Come on fire.
Scotty upbraiding Eric for his play. Scotty's out of line in more ways than one here.
But the bottom line is that D. McKelly got a lot stronger with that hand. The Chip Reese Memorial Trophy is topped by his winning hand from the 2006 Horse Championship. A lot of players told us they wanted to honor Chip with this event, but some of the behavior we've seen tonight does nothing to honor the memory of Chip Reese. We are back to limit hold'em now. Are you going to be okay with that, Norman?
Yeah, let him play a couple of hands of it and we'll move on with our lives.
Scotty with King, Queen of Hearts, and a raise to 300,000. That's Scotty's wife, Julie, sitting on watching.
I hope she's got a cocktail ready for him when he gets home.
Ace-8 offsuit for D. McKelly. And a re-raise from the 23-year-old to 450.
D. McKelly might figure Scotty's on cocktail tilt and he comes back over the top.
Scotty calls. The flop is Queen Deuce Trey. Scotty pairs up with a queen, and he'll let the aggressive youngster take the lead.
Yeah, he's hoping D. McKelly hangs himself on this one.
With ace high, D. McKelly bets 150,000. Scotty with the call. Turn card now, 7 of hearts. Scotty adds a flush draw to his arsenal and checks.
Scotty looking for a check raise, I believe.
D. McKelly checks behind him, though.
D. McKelly doesn't cooperate.
D. McKelly with a pair of 8s, but they'll fall short.
You know I never have nothing when I raise, right, baby?
Scotty taunting D. McKelly as he bets his queens.
Ace high.
Scotty lying about his hand, trying to prompt D. McKelly to call.
Oh, I thought he called.
Just daring the 23-year-old to call him.
D. McKelly does not call. He raises. And Scotty will make that call.
You must be sick.
Scotty rubs his nose in it.
Kick right your on the tongue.
So Scotty picks up that pot from D. McKelly.
Yeah, what's up, baby? I said I got ace high. He raised me.
Is that what you think I had, ace high?
I got nothing. What's up, baby?
Well, Scotty is in a happier place after that win. Lindgren knows Scotty with chips is a dangerous force at this table, but three-handed, each of them still capable of winning this world title.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light.
Back at this Horse World Championship at the Rio, Scotty Nguyen has some momentum right now, and Lane Flack continuing to root him on.
Scotty in search of bracelet number 5.
Scotty has 2 Omaha 8 bracelets. And on the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam, Scotty looks down at ace 8-6 tray. And he raises to 300,000. D. McKelly, ace high and double suited. He's going to pop the action now to 450,000. Lindgren.
Rags. I know Rags when I see him.
From the big blind, he does fold. Scotty's wife, Julie, watching her husband spar again with young D. McKelly.
D. McKelly right now with the better Omaha hand.
All right, and now the flop. It is 9-7. D. McKelly hits a pair of 7s. Scotty with an up and down straight draw and the nut low draw.
A fantastic flop for Scotty.
D. McKelly comes out with a bet of 150. Scotty makes the call.
He could have pumped it there, but he's going to wait.
5 on the turn. Hits Scotty. He made the straight and a 7 low.
Scotty hits gin.
D. McKelly's going to bet 150. He made a low to go along with his straight draw and pair of 7s.
Yeah, but D. McKelly really not with much of anything. It's a bad pair and a so-so low, and Scotty decides to take a liquid break before he runs D. McKelly up the flagpole.
And Scotty will just call.
It's beyond me that Scotty did not raise there.
Another 5. D. McKelly hits 2 pair, but you see all the check marks in Scotty Nguyen's ledger.
Maybe Scotty just wants to embarrass him after the river. I can't believe he did not raise on the turn. And if Scotty doesn't raise here, Lon, I will have your next baby.
D. McKelly
Len,
makes the bet.
Don't you know what nut mean, baby?
Nut, baby.
That's a bit unfortunate.
What's up, baby?
Scotty raised it.
You raised me?
Yeah. What happened?
I might get scooped. We'll find out.
Nut.
Nut, baby.
You think it's the ride with me?
Scotty rubbing it in again. D. McKelly can only sit and let it roll off his back.
The only thing I know how to say is nut.
D. McKelly should not have bet the river. Scotty should not continue to act in the way he has.
Only nut, baby.
What's up? What's up?
That's also unfortunate. Nobody should come over to the table like that during play.
And Erick Lindgren can't believe what he's watching.
Tell Wayne not to do that. All right.
Eric's right. Scotty lectured D. McKelly earlier on class. Well, what type of class is Scotty showing?
Norman, I can't imagine a scenario in the future where Scotty looks back at what he's doing and feels good about himself. But he is the chip leader.
Maybe this is Scotty's version of retribution for bad behavior. I think D. McKelly has gotten the message by now.
Still three-handed, still playing Omaha 8 or better. D. McKelly looks at 9-7-4 deuce.
D. McKelly says Lindgren the other day compared the way Mike composes himself at the table to the late Chip Reese. Well, D. McKelly has not lived up to that at this final table, but frankly, Scotty's behavior has been worse.
Lindgren with a couple of kings and 2 low cards raises to 450,000. Action over to Scotty Nguyen, who has 4 cards to a straight, but of course you can only use 2 of those cards in Omaha.
2 raises in front of Scotty, but I think he wants to see a flop with those cards. They're all connected. If the flop hits him, he's in great shape. If the flop misses him, he'll just get out of the hand. Boy, it looks like he's getting out now.
Yeah, he does fold him.
I'm easily confused, Lon, but I don't know how Scotty laid down his hand and D. McKelly called with his.
All right, now the flop is tray 4-9. Lindgren with just the kings. D. McKelly has 2 pair.
The flop is everything in Omaha 8. D. McKelly hit it. Lindgren missed it. Eric should lay down his hand.
Eric check. D. McKelly bets 150,000. He's working on a 7 low also. Lindgren makes the call.
Eric, I said you should lay down your hand. I thought we had some type of connection.
All right, now the turn card is an 8 of spades, and D. McKelly made his 8 low to go with his 2 pair, plus he added a flush draw.
Yeah, you see all the percentages favor D. McKelly.
Lindgren checked.
All right, Eric.
D. McKelly, 300,000.
That leaves you with 215.
Yep.
All right, put it in.
Eric's going to bet enough to put D. McKelly all in.
I got ace, deuce, 10, jack, baby.
No, he didn't.
Just because I laid down. I got ace, deuce, 10, jack.
He had no ace, deuce.
No, I need a 7 and 8. 7, 8, 3.
Eric sees he's in trouble.
7, 8, 3 or king. That's not a good hand.
Lindgren dismissing his chances, as he should. D. McKelly poised to double up to 2.4 million chips. D. McKelly cannot be eliminated here. Lindgren can get part of the pot with a tray, 7, 8, or king.
River's a jack of spades, and D. McKelly's going to get it all. Hits the flush and takes the low half with an 8 low.
And that hand all downhill for Eric from the flop on.
So D. McKelly survives after his double up through Erick Lindgren. Good news for Michael, but Scotty is not thrilled that his main antagonist is still at the table. Welcome back to the Rio. The game has switched to Razz in his horse finale. Scotty raised the action. D. McKelly and Lindgren folded. So Scotty Nguyen will take that pot.
What do you want to do?
Eric lays it down.
Because Scotty was looking for action, and Eric couldn't give it to him.
Take it easy, card rack.
Correct. That's why you guys still here, right? Correct. No. You haven't seen me get lucky on you yet.
Be how you want to be, sir.
Okay?
Can't make a joke with you, huh? Come on now.
Before, yeah.
Scotty's mood has brightened a little. I think they've assigned several beverage service personnel dedicated to his needs.
Prince of Poker seeming more like the anti-hero right now.
Would never be this long if I don't be nice.
I don't care. How about that?
Okay.
I ain't on Team Scotty, I'll tell you that.
Team Scotty? Boy, I'd like to see that traveling bus on road trips.
Never been. Never will be.
7 of
Okay, then.
diamonds.
How about that, buddy?
You think I give
Lost me.
all right? You think I give right?
Scotty's behavior and actions can really be called into question at this final table.
They're still playing Razz. Scotty with a 10 deuce down and a 4 up. He raises to 180.
Maybe Razz will have a soothing effect on table tensions.
That would be nice. D. McKelly folds. Lindgren with 5 deuce and a 7 up. Good starting hand, and he calls. So Lindgren and Scotty Nguyen heads up. Scotty's wife Julie watching her husband, the chip leader, and the chance to erase those main event demons. 4th Street now. Lindgren pairs his 7. Scotty with 4 cards to a low. Of course, in Razz, a low hand, the cards do not have to be 8 or lower. Scotty bet it. Lindgren calls.
You see from the percentages, even though Eric has paired, he still is a favorite to end up with a better low than Scotty, who's drawing to a 10.
5th Street now. And a good card for Lindgren. He got a tray. Scotty got a king, still drawing to a 10 low. Check and a bet from Lindgren.
Eric almost a 4-1 favorite, and Scotty trying to prove that, as he says, Razz is his worst game, as he calls. You know, I'm really taken aback by Scotty's table manner tonight. It's as if an outer layer has been pulled off and we're seeing the inner Scotty, and it just isn't pretty.
It is not.
Me king.
6th Street. Now both get a 4. That's good for Eric. He makes his low. Bad for Scotty.
I'm gonna bet it.
And Scotty's gonna fold it.
How much you got, baby?
The way he can
A little
call.
more than I had before that hand.
That was a good hand for Erick Lindgren.
You better hope we never get even, baby, because it'll be all over.
You think I'm gonna even with you now?
You better hope I never get even with you, son.
That's right, baby.
Jim Kelly out of harm's way for the moment.
That's why you the reason you still here, baby, because I'm gonna be nice to you.
Yeah, I don't give a
Yeah.
You're on your own program, and I'm on mine.
Scotty's antics are having an effect on both players. And you know you're over the line when Erick turns on you.
Scotty Nguyen is indeed testing everyone's patience, but Scotty is the man right now, over 10 million chips. Lindgren has some work to do. He's less than 2 million.
As you mentioned, Scotty looking for a bit of redemption for his main event meltdown of last year. Erick looking for his second bracelet of this World Series.
The game is now stud. The high hand will take the whole pot. Erick Lindgren with an ace and split eights raises to 180. Scotty Nguyen with split nines and a mystery card. And he's going to raise to 360,000. D. McKelly split fives with an 8, go into the muck.
Shows good discipline there, getting rid of it.
And Erick Lindgren will make the call. He and Scotty will go at it again.
Erick Lindgren behind and running short on chips.
4th Street now. And Scotty still leads with a pair of nines. Bets it 180. And Erick makes the call.
It looks like Erick is committed to this hand for his last stand. Half his chips have gone into the middle already.
5th Street now. Erick collects a king. There's no help to him. He still has those pair of eights, and he bets it 360,000. And Scotty says raise.
You raise it? All right, put it in.
And Erick Lindgren now is going to put all his chips in the middle. And a murmur goes through this crowd.
Erick Lindgren will be at risk.
He's got a couple of eights against at least a couple of nines, and Scotty turns over the case 8.
Yeah, he's got Erick's 8. Lindgren about a 2-to-1 dog to stay alive here.
Everyone nervous here.
Boy, the Scotty Nguyen family keeps the local jeweler busy.
All right, Lindgren all in. Scotty Nguyen leading right now. 6th Street. Erick still trails. He picked up a 4 of spades.
Erick Lindgren's going to need a second pair to try and stay alive.
7th Street now, face down. Scotty will look first. And he picked up a king of hearts, so he's left with a pair of nines. That's the best hand right now.
Well, that's good news for Erick. No improvement for Scotty. Erick needs to match any card in his hand or he's gone.
Erick will see his final card is a deuce, and he has been knocked out of this horse championship.
Go get it, man. Make Chip proud.
So D. McKelly adds one more to his cheering section.
Erick Lindgren with another stellar outing, moving to the top of the Player of the Year race.
Lindgren leaves Lane Flack hanging, but he gets a lot of love, well-deserved, from Daniel Negreanu and his other buddies.
Couldn't beat a drunk. Tonight you can't beat a drunk.
Scotty Nguyen was the one to send Erick Lindgren to the exit.
Hopefully the kid wins.
D. McKelly said he wanted Scotty heads up. Well, be careful what you wish for. Michael will now face a past world champion who has a huge chip advantage. The competition has been fierce.
This guy right here thinking horseshoe is still sticking his.
When it gets down to you and me, I don't need a horseshoe to beat you. It's going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
Now Scotty Nguyen and Michael D. McKelly stand at each other's way for the Pros Championship.
Proud with me? You must be sick.
Thought you're an ambassador of poker. I'm disappointed in you, Scotty.
Neither willing to back down, but only one will wear the crown as this year's horse champion.
I gotta send him back to school to learn about this game here.
I got a lot to learn, but not from you, Scotty.
Scotty Nguyen enjoying an almost 6-to-1 chip advantage on the young Michael D. McKelly. The fans inside the Rio will soon see that Chip Reese Trophy awarded to our new horse world champion.
45-year-old Scotty Nguyen looking for his 5th bracelet. 23-year-old Michael D. McKelly at his 2nd final table this year, looking for his 1st.
The game is now stud 8 or better. Scotty Nguyen with a 6 tray and a 10 up completes the bet to 180,000. D. McKelly with 7 tray and an 8 up.
D. McKelly says every decision you make at the poker table is an elaborate mathematical problem. No wonder I lose.
D. McKelly will raise with those 3 cards to an 8 low.
No, I don't like that raise.
And Scotty will call.
I don't like it at all.
So Scotty Nguyen and Michael DiMichele heads up for this World Championship. 4 straight now, and Nguyen picks up a pair of 6s.
DiMichele with 3 to a low, 3 to a straight, and 3 clubs.
Scotty bet it. DiMichele will call it. 5th straight now. DiMichele picked up a pair of 9s. That's the best high hand at the moment.
Boy, this game can turn on every card. DiMichele now with a bigger pair and a chance at the low. Scotty can't make an 8 or better low. He just has 6s.
DiMichele bet it. The limit now 360,000, and Scotty calls.
I think it's better they're not talking with each other, because when they do, it's never pleasant conversation.
Much like us. 6th straight now. And DiMichele 4 cards to an 8 low. Scotty still with a pair of 6s.
DiMichele in dominant position right now.
DiMichele bet it. And Scotty will come along.
Well, he's crawling along here with these calls. He knows he has to get lucky. It's as if DiMichele has gotten to him, and like Philip Hilm did last year, Scotty's just not playing his best game.
The face down river card now. DiMichele pairs up again. No low for either player. DiMichele with 2 pair.
Well, I don't like that bet there. You can only get raised. It would be different if he'd made his low.
Scotty hits kings up.
Rick this.
And Scotty with the check mark. He's going to raise it.
Rick this. Rick this.
DiMichele very unlucky here, but he's added to his misery by putting in 360,000 chips already with his bet. DiMichele caught between a rock and 2 pair. And DiMichele now can't afford to lay down his 2 pair. The pot's too big.
Rick this, baby.
And he has too few chips left.
What a critical moment for DiMichele.
I guess this is the pot of the night, huh?
You hear your boy say brick, right? That's what I get, brick. Swear.
A brick's a bad card, but Scotty's brick paired him.
I don't know how I can fold this. I don't think it's right to fold this.
He's not going to like it if he calls this.
That kid's so confused.
We're a lot alike that way.
All night long, Scotty's been sending mixed signals about his hands, and now at the most important moment, DiMichele is confounded.
Nice hand, Scotty.
He does call.
I need this to look like I need 50 more. That's a call right there.
Kings up.
Kings up is good enough.
What'd you catch? What'd you catch in the river?
Yes, this is. He asked me for a brick. I catch the king. No, one of your boys said brick.
It's not quite a brick, Scotty.
Brick that.
Michael DiMichele, almost down to the felt.
He's just got enough to play one more hand, pretty much.
And it looks like Scotty Nguyen's name will be the next engraved on that Chip Reese trophy. The game now has switched to limit hold'em. DiMichele with ace tray.
It's a long road back, and DiMichele hopes it's going to start with an ace.
He's going to raise it to 360. Scotty Nguyen with over 14 million chips. Still stacking the chips from that last win.
Hold on, let me stack my chips up. My sure is over this hand.
Is it gonna be all over, baby?
It's gonna be all over, baby.
Scotty's wife Julie hopes it's over.
Tonight, Scotty left his class in a beer bottle or somewhere.
Raise it up.
Scotty's got DiMichele dominated, and DiMichele's gonna move all in after the raise.
Scotty's on the verge of this great feat, the Horse World title, the Chip Reese Trophy, his 5th bracelet, but it just doesn't feel right.
DiMichele sees he's in big trouble. It might be all over, baby.
Oh well, congratulations, Scotty.
Not yet, baby. I only say thank you when it's all over.
I guess I don't deserve it. I'm only 23. I don't deserve this bracelet. I really don't.
You don't, baby.
You paid your dues.
I don't know why Scotty can't be more gracious in that moment.
Matt, good luck, baby.
Oh, that's heartfelt.
All right.
You see, when I say good luck, I say your hand, I mean it.
I wish you good luck in your life, then.
What, suddenly they're Harry and Tonto?
Scotty leading ace 10 versus the ace tray. The flop is an ace for both and 2 hearts.
I can't even ask for running hearts. You got me nutted on the hearts. I can ask for, put 3 nines up there or something. Give me some running nines, or I don't know.
Scotty Nguyen closing in on closing out Michael DiMichele.
Turn card closes it even further. No help to DiMichele. 1 card to come.
I don't want to see it.
Only a 3 will stop Scotty now. Whatever you want to say about Scotty today, he is on the verge of poker's most prestigious championship.
The only man.
The river card now. It is a 4, and Scotty Nguyen is the horse world champion.
Congratulations. Good play, all right, baby? Yeah, baby. I mean, people are scared at you, baby. Just like I was young, man. When I was 23 years old, they are so afraid of me.
DiMichele opened a lot of eyes with his skill tonight.
Scotty Nguyen has bracelet number 5.
Bye, America.
He's leaving the country?
Scotty Nguyen didn't win a lot of friends tonight, but he got what he came for. Tonight's final table began with a touching tribute to a poker legend. And as the competition heated up with only 3 players left, emotions ran high.
You'll never be this long if I don't do
I don't care.
In the end, it was Scotty Nguyen, earning the title of world's best all-round player. Scotty collects almost $2 million and becomes the first to be honored with the David Chip Reese Memorial Trophy.
Yeah, baby.
For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarran from the World Series of Poker.